and get a first down without getting a touchdown, they'll go for it here on. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and turning it on. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. They've got the screen set up. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Gets it out quickly. Shows him the stiff arm. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Direct snap. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the offense is trying to get physical. They're pulling the backside guard on that play. He completely whiffs, though, and misses his block, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Pressure coming. Zings it complete to the right. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. He wants to change this route. From the gun. Got the quick pass. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Rides the back and leaves it. There he goes. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
These offenses are so hard to stop when you run the option because they play the quarterback well. They get it to the running back. The defense looks pretty good, but third and short, they get the yardage they need, and they move the sticks.
Rushes on him. Hauls it in. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to go up top on first down. Got him downfield. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Razorbacks! A great catch and run for 6.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Down here as they go back to work. Motion from the back. The give out of the gun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
He'll throw on third down. Powers through the defender. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a first down. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it, they reacted right away, got the running back on the ground immediately.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out.
Touchdown, Sun Devils! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you've got receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Out of the gun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on second down. Back open in the middle. Makes the tackle at the 24, but from inside the 10 to across the 20 on the pickup of 15. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team.
Wide open on the right. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Razorbacks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. So the pop pass is busted up in the backfield for a loss. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. He might want another play. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. He splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Man, it just means more in the SEC. And take a look at how things are playing out here. Notre Dame is running away with this one today, thanks to an offense that is more than waking up the echoes. They're up by 35 over Indiana. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They want to throw it. Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires one high and deep. Snags it inside the 20. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive and cover.
Touchdown, Arizona State! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Gets the first himself. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sun Devils will kick it off to start the second half. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense
makes the grab down the middle. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Arkansas. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Gets the back moving. Snap to the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Wants to fire on second down. Deep throw off his back foot. Pulls it in on the right. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot.
Breaks into the open. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And that's a great stop by this defense. Second down and goal. Getting the lost yardage play. Now putting your defense in a better position for third down.
Defense stiffened on the last play. Now it's third and goal again from the 2. Gets it out fast. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Sun Devils! This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Second down, he'll throw it. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
At the 30, offense facing 4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Making side adjustments here. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in them. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Sun Devils in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. The quick out. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So that they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need.
Touchdown, Arizona State! They take the lead with the 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, these two have linked up for multiple touchdowns in this game. They had the look they liked. They were licking their chops, taking a shot down the field. We haven't seen too many incompletions when these guys have been trying to play throw and catch.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. On the option. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Wants to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
Well, one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down. It was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Going to try to get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. The Razorbacks come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Quarterback making checks. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. It's a 1-score game lead, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
To the air on 1st down. He's got it on the run. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense. They're taking it.
Scores on a sneak.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Oregon overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Ducks tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here. In the 4th quarter, you're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out 1st downs on a penalty. Might be changing the route. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
In this moment of the game, late, you need your quarterback to be playing his best football. This is when you need him to be the most accurate and to make the best decisions, and he has not yet completed a throw here in the fourth quarter. That is bad news for this offense.
Bought a little time, lets it go. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
He's moving out of the pocket. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. How frustrating for an offense to not only see the extra defensive back with the dime package, but still have their quarterback get hit.
Yeah, when you go down, this is a passing situation. And if you're a defensive lineman, I'm pinning my ears back. I'm not playing the slightest bit of run. I don't care if they run the football. I'm getting to the quarterback. Nice job understanding that, rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry-up.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
He fires one deep over the middle. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hart. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Off play action. Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Looking to throw on 1st down. Complete downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They're working that left side. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Sun Devils headed quickly to the line. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll move the tight end. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Firing to the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking downfield on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Quarterback gets enough. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes along.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really